Looks like we got another part 2 hint. Could a new LR Turles be coming? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We have the second hint for the upcoming Part 2 LR for the June Dokkan celebration, the last summonable unit in the lead up to the Transcendent Dokkan campaign, formerly the Tanabata campaign. And in this video, we're going to break down the two hints we have and what we think it means before our reveal, probably by tomorrow, if not by Monday. So let's take a look. So we have our second hint here. As you can see, it is a simple black screen with the Pure Saiyans category. All right, we combine that with yesterday's hint, black screen, and the movie bosses category. Those two hints together, we can basically surmise that the Part 2 LR is likely going to be a character on one of those two categories, if not both, right? If we take a look and sort here by movie bosses and Pure Saiyans, we can see that there's pretty much only two options that this Part 2 LR could be, and that is the Broly or Turles. They are the only two Pure Saiyans movie boss characters in the game. Now, if we take into the consideration that this is the Part 2 LR to the Metal Cooler celebration, Metal Cooler who leads Terrifying, Conquers, and Power Absorption, that pretty much removes Broly from the equation, which leaves us with Turles. So it would stand to reason that the hint, Pure Saiyans and movie bosses, is pointing us towards Turles. And this could kind of further be confirmed with the fact that Dokkan Fest Turles is on the banner for the Metal Cooler, and he is likely to get an EZA now that we have these hints here. So I would say it's pretty much a shoo-in. And if that wasn't enough to convince you, well, I know it's really hard to see, but if you turn your brightness up on your screen all the way right now, you can actually see a little domain symbol right here in the bottom right-hand corner of this image. It's hard to see. You may need to turn your brightness up or hold it against something to adjust the light, whatever you need to do, but it's right there. And I know it's really crazy to think, but so, I mean, I would say that that further confirms that it's likely an LR Turles, as there aren't many other options for Pure Saiyans or movie bosses that could have a domain. We've already got a Broly with a domain, and there aren't really many other Pure Saiyans that could pull off a domain, but we could have a domain for the Tree of Might. Makes sense with it's a Dokkan Fest Turles, right? Or LR Turles in this case. Now, the only thing with this being an LR Turles is, of course, we are going to have an issue if the Fizz LR does EZA, because we're going to have the same God Goku issue where they're going to be sharing a name, which means they can't link, which could disrupt the link. So here's hoping it is a Turles and Crusher Core or something, or a Turles and Power of the Tree of Might or something. Something that would give him the ability to link with the LR Turles, or the Fizz Turles, because I have a sneaking suspicion that his banner units are not going to get an EZA. They have been not doing this for us for a while, but who's to say? But I mean, because what are his two banner units, right? You have where are they here, right? These guys here, right? The almond and raisin, and then where's the other one? Are they? Yeah, they should all link, and they show 4 links, right? The almond and raisin, and then the days and cacao, right? You have these two characters who, if they sub EZA, could build an interesting team, but I think that would mess with Cooler more if they did, so they might leave them out for now, but who's to say? Either way, right? I think it's pretty much guaranteed that Fizz Turles is going to EZA to go with this new Turles. And if we're lucky, they might throw in a few extra options just to beef up the movie bosses side of Cooler's lead. After all, during Part 1, the only thing we got was the Fizz Cooler's EZA, but they could absolutely EZA these sub-units, right? The AGL Bojack, the Int Turles, and then we could get a super easy A for the AGL Turles. He is within range, right? Because he released in 2018, so he's within range for a super easy A. And then the Fizz Slug, right? They could just kind of make just a general movie bosses team by easy A-ing these four guys here, assuming it is Turles. I do think it is, so yeah, this could be a really interesting part 2, beefing up the movie bosses. This and I would say if this is the route that they're going to go, I think that also leads a little more credence to that rumor that TDC might be movie centered. If we're building up the movie bosses now, because the part 2 LR typically doesn't get that much attention in terms of support in TDC, there's a good chance that they are beefing the team up now in preparation for whoever's going to be the new lead in part 2. So could be interesting. I am excited to see what they do with the new Turles, right? Because I mean, honestly, right, he's due up for some good animations, right? They didn't use too much of his major animations with the SDR one or with the Fizz one, so we've still got some stuff to work with Turles, so I'm excited. Now I will throw one thing out here though, and that is that we could be looking at this hint the wrong way. I do think it is Turles, but I want to throw out another theory I had. Right now, what if the hints aren't actually telling us the 2 categories of the boss, but rather the 2 categories of the part 1 and the part 2? Part 1 was centered around movie bosses, right? And that is the metal cooler. And all of our events were centered around the movie bosses. What if part 2 is meant to center around pure Saiyans, right? The opposite to the metal cooler, right? And that is the AGL Super Saiyans, right? What if part 2 is a Goku and Vegeta versus, or maybe just a Goku versus the Metal Cooler core, right? So maybe a redo of that Fizz one. Let's see, did they actually, okay, will he actually show up? He probably won't show up here because of the legendary power link, right? But maybe a redo of the Fizz one and kind of reusing the active skill animation from these guys. Or maybe it's a tag version of these guys, right? Maybe that is what this is meaning, right? And they could have a domain of, like, you know, the Super Saiyan energy or something. Maybe that's what they do, and if they keep it that way, they could justify the part 2 EZAs for the Final Form Cooler and these guys, possibly, or the Metal Cooler and these guys. Who knows? But I did want to just throw that out there, that this is a possibility. And the reason I think that this is a possibility is a couple of reasons. Number one, all of the Metal Cooler stuff isn't stopping, right? The Metal Cooler stuff is continuing through the end of the celebration. The Surging Steel event is running all the way to the 26th, the end of the celebration, right, where we get stage 16. And it's, you know, it's just going to keep going on throughout the celebration. The banner, this banner is running till the 15th, so through that celebration. The Breakthrough the Super Armor running till the 26th, so it's going to be here all month. The Burst Mode, same thing. And then the 100 Billion campaign runs until the end of the month as well, right? Wanting you to defeat more Metal Coolers. So I kind of think they're not done with Metal Cooler movie. It's possible that that this Pure Saiyans hint, the 2 out of 2, is referring to the part 2 LR being a Pure Saiyans unit. I just wanted to throw that out there as a distinct possibility. I do kind of still think it's leaning more towards Turles to buff out Cooler's team, but I wanted to throw that out there as a as kind of a Hail Mary possibility. And I mean, remember with the hint earlier yesterday, right? Turles was like the 3rd option on everybody's mind before, and now he seems like the most likely candidate. So I say this to say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? We could be looking at this hint completely wrong. So just throwing that out there. So guys, that is it for the video. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, who do you think it is? Do you think it's going to be a new Turles? Or do you think our second theory of it meaning that it is actually the AGL Super Saiyans? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.